Still American Skin.
American Skin. I keep saying American Sun. Is that a movie or a TV show or some shit? Now, American Skin, now this is a completely different shift. But my first thoughts from seeing it, I didn't have all of the words that, you feel me, I wanted to portray about it. All I could think about was it was a pretty accurate enough visual of what it's like to be black in America in this skin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that was what I got from it. Like, I got to see all of the different viewpoints, all of the different perceptions. And I like how it focused on, I like how it was focused in one, a majority of the movie took place in one spot, which was that police station.
Like a play.
Yeah. And I appreciated that because, and I've seen the last 3 movies I've seen have been like that, which is very interesting.
Okay.
I ain't gonna jump to another, if you feel me, but it just really made you focus on what was being said. And some of the conversations that they were having were like, you feel me, gut wrenching. You know what I mean? And it touched the deeply roots of, like, racism and what that shit looks like for us, and how it's not viewed a certain way from the opposite. You feel me? But anyway, what you think about it? I thought it was great. I thought it was well written.
It was a great movie. I can't say anything against what you said. You pretty much said it all for me. I would say that the most powerful part of the movie for me was the speech. It brought tears to my eyes.
Which one?
When the boy had to decide on guilty or
not.
not.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And the way that he broke it, the way that they wrote that and broke it down.
It was perfect.
It felt so personal because I too have people who are for blue, but I also have people who, but I'm not blue. And so when other people see me, they're like, you know what I'm saying, I'm a regular black person. I don't work for the police department.
Right.
But like I understand both sides. And the story and how they portrayed it and that speech that he gave was definitely perfect. And I think that actor, I don't know who he is or what his name is.
He's been in a couple of things.
But shout out to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, that was my first time seeing him. But definitely shout out to him. But I just felt like the movie was so personal,
And what was even crazier about that part, it had to, spoiler, if y'all ain't seen it yet, I'm sorry. But basically, the officer had to basically state in front of everybody what he already knew he wanted to state anyway. He just had to get pushed to basically to that point, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they profiled them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I stopped you because you had this raggedy car in this
exactly.
neighborhood.
You feel me?
And it's only because of the fact that people with cars like yours in this neighborhood at night are only here for bad reasons, and I had to figure out that reason.
And it's fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And I heard, the director, Nate, he was on GCI this morning, and basically he was kind of talking about how it goes deeply rooted back to policing, even from when they was on the plantations. Like,
but he did Nat Turner too, and what first came out to his head for the Nat Turner just from a man to bounce back. So I just want to say,
oh yeah, he wasn't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they definitely tried to bury him.
They did, but it wasn't going to work. You know what I'm saying? And he came back with a bang. And even reading some of the reviews about American Skin was interesting. A lot of them I've seen thus far were from white people, and of course it's always perceived a certain way when you're not on the same end as the people who are receiving that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't really have an accurate opinion about how other people are being treated if your ass ain't being treated that way. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say that again, man.
You just can't. Like you can't have. Yeah. You just can't have an opinion, an accurate one, like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever you think that looks like, if you're not being treated the same way our people have, tremendously been treated for thousands and thousands of years.
Not even that. If you never walked in my shoes and felt my fear and felt my pain or my experience for a second, it's kind of unfair for you to say anything. Like, that's the hardest part about life, because it's like I can never judge another person and their experience because I didn't live that experience. But you know, it's funny that we as a society are able to accept that others have a viewpoint or a general viewpoint of how we think and how we feel, not knowing that each experience, like the experience you have when someone, like if a cop gets behind you, may not be the same feeling I have because the interaction you may have had may have been completely different.
I go out of my way. I go out of my way. I'm sorry.
But I'm just saying though. But like even that, like the experience and the feelings is not even the same. And we're two people who have the same concerns when we leave out of the house when we're driving, and we're the same color. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
When 12 get behind me, bro, I go out of my way. I go down streets I wasn't even planning on going down. Just because they behind me. I'll kick it off by switching the lane. And then if they like switch that lane too, then I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to bust this turn. If they bust that turn too, now I'm starting to think, okay, they probably about to pull. I know every time I've ever been pulled over, I knew I was about to get pulled over. Just because I being in the hood, like I just know how 12 move. You know what I'm saying? Every time I've ever gotten pulled over, you feel me? It's like a heart racing thing. Your heart just read it, especially as a black person, like because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? There's been so many fucking cases of like people just not even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's just purely like from a so and it was ironic in the movie American Skin when he made his point, and they did the verdict, and he literally put the joint to his head and pulled the trigger, but he already knew it was an empty clip. You know what I'm saying? We spoiling right now, so if y'all ain't never seen it, I'm sorry, go watch it. It's still amazing, regardless.
No, you definitely need to see it.
And he made his point, and when even the dude who took his son's life away came to a point of like vulnerability of like, wow, like I'm completely looking at things differently now, like especially after having a gun like pointing to my head, knowing this man ain't got nothing to lose. I took his son, so he could damn well. He told his whole wife, I ain't coming back to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you feel me? I love you. You feel me? And so just to watch that, you know what I'm saying, was like very interesting. But it was ironic that when they left, when they was about to walk out of the station, you feel me? They basically, the sniper took him out. You know what I'm saying? After the policeman, the white man was like, I'm officer, woo, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking out with, so-and-so. He's unarmed. And as soon as my man got close enough to that door in sight, they pow, one to the head. You feel me? That for me, it kind of blew me because it was like, damn, like it just proved his point even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? From a standpoint of y'all can even have one of y'all own blue brothers come out and be like, you know what I'm saying? He's unarmed. I'm walking him out, and they disregard that fully, and somebody still, we never know. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could have been somebody like, all right, stand down. You feel me? You always got that one hero that be like, oh, I ain't hear that shit. You feel me? Boom. You feel me? Like, so at the end of the day, he died, but he still made his point. You feel me? And they got, you feel me?
I mean, but just looking at it from a viewpoint and from like a director's and a more meaningful impact, it's kind of like we went through this entire journey just to show you that because we've changed one life and one person may think differently, that doesn't mean that the work is done. And so everybody has to change in order, or you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when I heard Rick Ross, right? He was on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and he was pretty much like, well, I'm happy that Donald Trump came in because in order for us to build greatness, we got to burn this shit down. Mm-hmm. And that's literally what Trump has done, burned everything down.
He did.
And so we can't allow to like, we're at a point where we have to rebuild everything.
Yep.
Like,
we'll see how
you
that
really got to rebuild a lot of stuff and bring it back to a structure because of where it was and where he took it. So, I mean, it is what it is.
But it's crazy, man. The movie is amazing. We definitely recommend y'all go see it and go watch Bridgerton too. American Skin, man, it looks completely different. And if that shit ain't, you feel me, to the point of like visually you see it now as an individual, whatever color skin you in, I don't really know what to say to you as an individual. You know what I'm saying?
So you just being ignorant.
Yeah, at that point.
Choosing not to accept the facts. But, nevertheless,
it's two vegetarians eating chicken. It's your boy, Mr. Lingo himself.
Your boy, Kagan.
And this has been a 2-Vet review. You know what I'm saying? We gonna come with plenty more of these. You know what I'm saying? We rocking. We going crazy. No shortcuts all 2021.
We do so much, man. Y'all tell us what y'all like. Y'all want the reviews. Y'all want us to do other things, y'all want us to keep bringing this content to y'all want us to keep pushing out these skits, let us know what y'all really feeling.
So go follow us. You feel me? On TikTok, Twitter, IG, 2VEC, the number 2 VEC podcast. Anything y'all want to hear us talk about, shoot us an email to vegetarianseatchicks, CHIX@gm.com. Slide up in them bitches. You feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm sliding in DMs all 2021. You feel? Say less. Peace.